On Alive at 5, we're talking about a moment of forgiveness inside the courtroom. A judge sentenced Amber Guyger, a former Dallas police officer, to 10 years in prison for shooting and killing Botham Jean in his own home. That was Jean's younger brother giving Guyger a hug in court. He said he forgave her. He said it's what his brother would have done too. A lot of people calling this an incredible act of forgiveness. Others, though, upset about what happened in the courtroom. That's what we wanted to talk more about today. It started a huge conversation across the country. I'm Cheryl Preheim, joined with Aisha Howard and Jennifer Bellamy. We've been covering this trial for a while. The original story happened last year. Of course, Guyger shot and killed Botham Jean in his own apartment. She said she mistakenly walked in thinking it was hers, saw him, and was scared. Thought
it was an intruder coming into her place. So that hug that we just showed you there, it actually captured the attention of so many people online all across the country. But it was this moment that really made some people upset. Take a look at this. That's the judge in the case. After the sentencing was over, she came down out of the chambers and hugged Amber Guyger. She even gave Guyger her personal Bible. Now, we want to get your thoughts on this one. Go ahead and leave your comments down in the comment section. There is no shortage of comments about this on our respective social media pages. People are saying, whoa, she crossed the line. As the judge, you need to maintain that neutral space and really, you know, especially with being an extension of the criminal justice system, you not taking a stance coming down to hug this woman. But it's so many people on all sides of this saying that, you know, forgiveness was the theme of the whole situation.
You said the judge, it's important to point out, did not just hug a convicted murderer here.
Yeah, that's right. There's also video out there of her hugging the family of Botham Jean as well. Now, it's not clear what happened first, but she was extending that to the family of the victim as well. And I think, Cheryl, you mentioned this was just a tone that had been set throughout the day.
Yeah, Botham Jean's brother set a tone no one was expecting inside that courtroom. I was thinking back to all the trials I've covered over 20 years. I could never think of one other case where I'd seen anything like that happen with the brother or the judge, and wanted to ask our legal analyst, Latonia Hines, had she seen that in court either?
To see the judge cry during the time of the brother's you know, testimony, in a sense, was amazing. And to see that type of forgiveness for all of us who are in the legal community, who have sat there and watched when victims speak about, you know, their loved ones during these type of hearings, that was one of the most riveting, one of the most emotional. It was but amazing that he was able to have that type of compassion and that type of forgiveness.
Because oftentimes that's the moment you hear someone be so raw and direct with what someone took from me and how someone's ruined my life, and he chose that moment to do it so differently. Latonia had never seen anything like that in court either. Interesting, though, that someone asked Botham Jean's mother, would she have done that? And she said, I don't think I could have done that yet.
Yeah, she wasn't quite there. And as you see with the divide on this conversation on social media, a lot of people said they weren't there. We want to jump into some of your comments to see what you guys had to say about this one. So this first comment is from Ebony. She said, judge and bailiff were out of order. Maintain a neutral and professional stance. I've never seen a judge hug in the courtroom before. As for the family, I don't see a problem with him forgiving. He's got to do what he has to do to heal moving forward. And the next comment coming in really, you know, gives us a perspective on this one. So this comment is from Gwen. It says, people of color are so resilient. We love no matter what. We are the most forgiving. This is why I can understand why all are put in a box mentality that one would fear awe. There is a lot to see and learn from this picture.
I think this is part of the reason there is such an incredible conversation about this. That moment is so powerful, and it has everyone asking, if I were in his shoes, could I do that? It was such an incredible act of faith and forgiveness, and it is making a lot of people really look at themselves.
Yeah, I think that's true. So,
it certainly is.
How did it do on your page? It went crazy.
We had things on both sides. We had the extreme of people saying forgiveness is in order. This is what we should all be striving for. But then on the other hand, you had some people that are really deeply impacted by this and very hurt over the entire situation. I think that's coloring a lot of the conversation for some people too, the things that we've been seeing throughout history and in the past. And it's just hard to take both in at once for some folks.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah,
it is hard to
that's so
take
true.
in both. So we want to know what you do think about this. Go ahead and leave your comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We post here every weekday, and give us a follow on social media for you to join in on the conversation. We'll see you back here tomorrow, same time. Have a great one.